It's not just lessons being passed down to us from a random person, but it's like a father speaking to his son. We think on the outside they're everything we're looking for, they check all of the boxes, but then reality hits us and verse 4 strikes in. And here it is exactly what I was saying. We should not even go near the door. It's not saying enter the house, take a look around, stay for dinner, maybe spend the night. No, it's saying you see the house, you walk away the other direction, keep far from her. What's up everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Lukas Reuke podcast. My name is Lukas Reuke. We are currently on day 5 of the Proverbs series, in which we'll be taking 31 days to read all 31 chapters of Proverbs. If you missed out on yesterday's episode, Proverbs chapter 4, here's a quick recap. Proverbs chapter 4 taught us not to walk in the way of the wicked, and not even attempt to walk in the way, but to completely walk the other direction, walk on the path of righteousness rather than the way of the wicked. And it also reminded us that wisdom is life, that without it we are nothing and we are dead in our transgressions. But seeking wisdom will give us life, because wisdom, as we read before, is a tree of life. Now, without further ado, let's get right into Proverbs chapter 5, verse 1. My son, be attentive to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding, that you may keep discretion and your lips may guard knowledge. And this is a similar start that we were reading in Proverbs chapter 4, where it said, hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive that you may gain insight. And I think it's so beautiful, because it's not just lessons being passed down to us from a random person, but it's like a father speaking to his son, a father who's gone through stuff, who's experienced stuff, and he's passing down his experience to his children, to his grandchildren, to his children's children, whatever it may be. This is what Proverbs is, a book to help us, to guide us. Verse 3, for the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. And I think it's exactly what we see nowadays. In verse 3 is what we see around us. We see beautiful women. We think on the outside they're everything we're looking for, they check all of the boxes. But then reality hits us and verse 4 strikes in. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. We know we shouldn't be indulging in these activities with these specific people, but we do it anyway, and it ends up being a two-edged sword, and we end up getting hurt over and over and over again. And a step further, a worst case scenario, that woman leads us away from God, and in the long run we're dead spiritually. Verse 5, her feet go down to death, her steps follow the path to Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life, her ways wander and she does not know it. We're just reading about the fate of the so-called forbidden woman, the woman we know we should not be approaching. She is on that path full of darkness. If we fall for her ways, then we too will be on that same path, the path that leads to death. So stay far from that woman, the forbidden woman, because maybe on the outside she'll look good. Maybe she'll be a 10 out of 10. She'll check some of your boxes, but in the long run it's going to kill you. And now, O sons, listen to me, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give honor to others, and your years to the merciless. Lest strangers take their fill of your strength, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. And at the end of your life you groan, when your flesh and body are consumed. And here it is exactly what I was saying. We should not even go near the door. It's not saying enter the house, take a look around, stay for dinner, maybe spend the night. No, it's saying you see the house, you walk away the other direction, keep far from her. Because we heard in the previous episodes that lust is a battle we can't defeat. The moment you knock on the door, the moment she opens that door for you, that's you entering the boxing ring with lust. And the moment you enter the ring, you've already lost, which is why Proverbs is teaching us to go far away from her. Don't even go near the door. And we read in verse 11, and at the end of your life you groan when your flesh and body are consumed. Because your flesh will be completely dead. Your soul will be dead. You'll be tired. You'll be groaning, full of pain. So don't even go near that door. Don't even indulge in it. Stay far from it. Verse 12, and you say, how I hated discipline, and my heart despised reproof. I did not listen to the voice of my teachers, or incline my ear to my instructors. I am at the brink of utter ruin in the assembled congregation. The thing we're reading about is someone's fate. It might be one of you guys listening right now. You find yourself on that dark path because you didn't listen to your teachers. You didn't listen to what Jesus had to say. And you didn't listen to the people around you who tried helping you, tried warning you to stay far away from the door. And you might think, I'll enter the boxing ring with lust. And 10 years down the line, you'll look back, flesh groaning, full of pain. And you'll think, I should have listened. I should have listened to my teachers. I should have listened to the teachings of the Bible. Don't be that person. It's not too late to turn around, open that door, and run. Run far. Run the other way. Verse 15, drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, streams of water in the streets, let them be for yourself alone and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed and rejoice in the wife of your youth. A lovely deer, a graceful doe, let her breast fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. Why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? You've got options in your life. You've got the forbidden stuff, just like Adam and Eve. Think of it as their story. They were allowed to eat from everything apart from one thing. And that's the same life that we're living now. We're allowed to do anything apart from spend time with the adulterous woman because her ways will lead you to death. And we read here in Proverbs, why would you spend time in lust, in a lustful relationship maybe? That's what you can compare this situation to, a lustful relationship. Why would you when you can have a beautiful, healthy, loving relationship with a God-fearing woman? And now to close this off, verse 21 to 23. For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and because of his great folly he is led astray. And this is something that I think especially in our generation got lost. The importance of discipline, not just because we see that, for example, gluttony is a sin, and we see many unhealthy Christians who are overweight, obese, don't have the discipline to treat their body as a temple. But this takes a step further. It's discipline in your dating life, in your love life, your relationship life. We read, he dies for the lack of his discipline, and because of his great folly, he is led astray. Don't be that person to lack discipline, to fall for the adulterous woman. I love you. God loves you. God bless you guys.